Hey everybody, what's poppin'? It's Knives Monroe, and I'm gonna talk about Burnham's Inside, which if you're a creator in the community, you're probably had it up to here with people talking about it. But for some reason, I can't find it anywhere, hardly on Reddit. I'm not even a Reddit person. But the thing I thought that was going to be a focal point in regards to Bo Burnham's Inside was the fact that he shot it on one Panasonic Lumix S1H, which is a hybrid cinema camera, mirrorless camera as well. And it's what I'm filming this video on. No one's talking about that. And it's absurd because I have been gaslit by the community at large, by the Peter McKinnons and the Matty Hapoyas and the Potato Jets about what's the best camera. And it's like, can we stop having this discussion? I understand that this camera is overpriced. It is expensive. I bought this fucker for close to $4,000. That's just the body. That's not the SD cards that you need, the Leica L lenses that you're going to need, and not even including the sound and lights and all of that. So, it's an expensive thing, and I understand that this is a conversation that is elitist and really off-putting to people who are not creators. But if you clicked on this, odds are I'm talking to you. You like my little bobblehead? Dude, I have my own bobblehead. Shout out to Nop Top for that. Really cool. Really, really cool. Thank you. And I always love you for that, brother. The conversation's over. This is the camera to get. He used it because it's acceptable and cheap and small and prosumer enough, but it's also Netflix approved. Now, it's not the only cheap camera that's Netflix approved. I want to say that the BGH1, that little mirrorless cube that Panasonic also has, I want to say is also Netflix approved. I don't recall if this was out when he was filming this in 2020. I want to say it was, but when it comes to the conversation of what camera should I get, dude, next month, Apple's releasing a new iPhone. I believe it's the iPhone 13 that shoots ProRes. Yeah, it doesn't matter what camera you use. It doesn't fucking matter. And I understand that I might appear like I'm on top of a mountain saying that. And trust me, there's nothing worse than that. I know what it's like this is why I unsubscribed to Peter McKinnon and Matty Hapoya. And it has nothing to do with jealousy, because if it was, I would tell you. James Cameron, yeah, I'm jealous of that guy. Peter McKinnon, not so much, but it's just salespeople. I get nothing out of telling people, here's what camera you should buy. I'm not even talking about affiliate links. Like, I don't care what you use. Use a phone. Use your aunt's phone. Use whatever you can. I want to say, I don't know if this is true, but to film the Blair Witch Project, which was the greatest horror movie that came out in 1999 back in my day, the filmmakers rented equipment, filmed the movie, and then returned the equipment. So the movie was all profit. Like, resourcefulness is greater than your resources. I've always said that. But where are all the camera fanatics? Where are all the Canon, Nikon, Sony sycophants when this movie dropped? They all just shut the fuck up. And that's great. And I just want to say that's amazing. And this camera was shot, Bo Burnham's Inside was shot on this camera. That's insane and completely validating to me. I've been wanting to say this, because it's just neat. It's neat to see, and the camera is a bit of a character in the movie. If you haven't watched it, and please, if you haven't watched it, go to Netflix, type in Bo Burnham, you'll see Inside, and check it out. It's an absolute marvel, and I will say it's my favorite movie of this new decade, counting from 2020 and on. I know we're very early, but I felt that way about David Fincher's The Social Network. And, when it came to the end of that decade, I still adored that movie. So I know it when I see it, and I can feel it when I see it. And I know genius when I see it. And that movie is absolutely that. Completely validating for me as a creative, completely validating for me as someone who was locked up in 2020 and going crazy and asking myself, should I be making movies at a time like this? And to see that Bo used this camera, woo, it just made me feel good, man. And I don't know if you guys feel that way when you buy a Canon R5 because Peter McKinnon told you to. If you do, Mazel Tov, I don't want to take that away from you. But the conversation shouldn't be had anymore if you actually care about these things. I invested in this equipment because I knew that this was going to take me in, it was an investment in my future for the next 3 to 5 years. And seeing that movie, it's not going anywhere. And And there are people, you know, we all know this. If you're a creator, it's not the camera, it's not the equipment, it's not the paints. Everything's about the eye of the poet. I know that, you know. And so you can just give a schmuck on the street a Panasonic Lumix S1H. They're not going to create the same results that Bo did in Inside. I know that. Obviously, I know that. But I just don't see any creators talking about it. So I'm creating this video because I want to see the YouTube headline pop out. What did he use? What camera did he use? No one's talking about it. You know, Jesus Christ. So finally, someone's talked about it. And I think it's absolutely awesome. And I come from the Werner Herzog School of Filmmaking of do whatever you can to get the shot. I also come from the Jean-Luc Godard. It's not where you take things from, it's where you take things to. So steal from every, you know, inspiration that you find. Watch this video and run with it. Watch that movie and run with it. What that artist was able to make with $30 equipment, you know, that he found on Amazon, presumably, whether if it comes down to lights and things of that nature. It's, you know, if you don't have anything to say, you don't have anything worth saying. That's just what it comes down to. That's a fact. You know, otherwise, why are you investing tens of thousands of dollars in equipment? You know, it's just, you know, that dopamine rush of buying something frivolous is not going to get you through. You know, if you don't have a plan to make your money back and recoup your investment, then what are you doing? You know, I see so much of my YouTube algorithm completely inundated with camera porn, this new lens, this new that. And I understand the business side of it, you know. I get affiliate marketing and I understand, you know, brand ambassadors and all that stuff. And trust me, ain't no salt. I ain't salty about that. It's cool. It's what it is. But how about pointing to the art that is made with it, that is absolutely stunning, marvelous, and something that will move you? How about we point to that? And that's why on this video, I want to point to Bo Burnham's Inside, completely validating product for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Sorry that I kind of spazzed out there. That happens sometimes. My name is Knives Monroe. Keep a force field around your heart, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.